Today we're going to cover day 1 of 2 of the 100 Years' War. We're going to cover today why the 100 Years' War was fought. Then tomorrow we're going to discuss the 100 Years' War itself, and we're going to discuss a key player that emerged out of the 100 Years' War. So, a few days ago we talked about the Crusades, and we talked about how the European Christians fought a holy war that came down through the Mediterranean Sea to try to regain the Holy Land from the Muslim Turks. Well, about 200 years later, rivals emerged over really a battle over supremacy. On one side were the French, France, and on the other side were the English, or England. There were 4 main reasons why the 100 Years' War happened. The first main reason is controversy over succession. Who was going to take the throne of France when the king died? The French let Philip of Valois to rule France. He is chosen over King Edward III of England. Now, King Edward's mother was the daughter of the late King Philip IV. In 1340, despite what the French said, Edward claimed the title King of France. Now, unfortunately, Edward cannot do this. And the reason he cannot is there is a law called Salic law that says that the French heir could only pass through the male line, thus eliminating Edward III because his line passed through his mother and Philip of Valois passed through the male. Number 2, French land belongs to English kings. There was land in France that did not belong to the French. It actually belonged to the English. And the French wanted that land back. So they knew they would have to do something about it. That is the second reason. There are 2 additional reasons as well. Number 3, conflict over Flanders. Now, Flanders is a tiny point in France. Okay? It is a wool industry. Flanders wanted independence from France. They asked England for help. So there's a conflict over Flanders about who owns it. Flanders doesn't want to be a part of France, so they ask England for help. The final one is a struggle for national identity. France was not a united country. Different areas were run by different groups of people. They were not one main country. French king only owned about half of the land. So because of this, there needed to be the issue needed to be resolved in regards to national identity as well. So, today we have talked about the 4 main reasons that led to the 100 Years' War. Controversy over succession, who was going to be the king of France. French land belongs to English kings, how to get that back. Conflict over Flanders, what to do about the dagger at the heart, and what to do about Flanders. And a struggle for national identity, how to get the national identity back for France. Tomorrow we will talk about the war itself and a key player that emerges out of the 100 Years' War. This ends 100 Years' War number 1 for today.